Welcome, welcome. Woo! Welcome back.
Welcome, welcome.
Howdy, howdy, howdy. Hello, hello, hello. This is where you say welcome.
Oh yeah, welcome, welcome, welcome,
Right.
Hot Shot Secret fan.
We've got storms rolling in from the right.
Lubing right day and night.
And we're supposed to be powered by science.
That's very true.
We better be able to get two people on one shot somehow.
A lot of hard work that went into this. You know, it's something that we've been chasing for a year and a half to try to get this truck in the breeze.
We are live.
We are live.
Welcome everybody, Facebook Live. It's Thursday, it's that time. We have Josh Steinmetz, and I am Eric Trimble, and we are excited to have you. Josh, how you doing today?
I'm doing great. You know, lunch was powered by brisket, so life is good right now.
Something's up with him. He's all amped up, and I think it is the brisket.
And it is my Friday too, so maybe that's part of it.
That's right. You're off tomorrow. You got a wedding to go to?
Yeah, sister's wedding is on Saturday, so Friday's all the fun hubba and all that fun stuff.
Very nice. All right. Well, welcome everybody. This is episode 153, and as always, we want you to ask us questions. Put your questions and comments down below. We'll be sure to answer those. And we do our weekly giveaway. Every week we give away product. This week's no different. We got STICTION Eliminator today, and if you stay tuned, we'll be announcing that winner a little bit later. And as always, we want to know where you guys are watching from. We had some crazy weather here in Ohio yesterday. Today it's scorching hot. It feels like it's like 90
And the humidity
degrees.
is like 95%.
Yeah,
as
it's,
well.
it's
And the air conditioning still doesn't work in the studio, still not piped in. So it's
Right.
We're gonna try to get through this quickly and get back to the AC a little bit.
right. Yeah. So we'll see how that goes. So let us know where you're watching from, what it's like there.
Also, be sure to tag a friend in the comments below to tell them to watch this episode as we, again talk about engine blow-by.
Yeah, I didn't even mention that.
I don't
Today's
think you
topic,
did. Yeah, engine blow-by is our
We're
topic.
talking engine blow-by.
So
That's
how
right.
what causes it, a little bit how to prevent it, and how to even fix it if it is an issue for you.
I'm wondering, I'm assuming STICTION ties into that somehow?
It ties
STICTION Eliminator?
deeply into that. Yes.
Okay. All right, well, we'll get into that here in a little bit.
Chad, why did you choose the engine blow-by for the topic with STICTION Eliminator? I give you, normally we talk about where we're going to product feature a little bit just to kind of keep things mixed up and in general.
He
but
looks like a deer in the headlights. Put him on the
I
spot.
put him on the spot.
Why did I pick that?
Yeah.
It was the next one on the list. No, I read this great blog on hotshotsecret.com, and I was like, you know what? That would make a great topic for Facebook Live. So that's why I picked it.
You know what? Looking at that shot of Chad there, you got a natural presence with the microphone. And I just keep thinking about how you told the story about how you took a stand-up comedy class in college.
Right.
And I'm still waiting for a joke on Facebook Live.
I want to see the him do a 5-minute stand-up right on Facebook
Well, I'm
Live.
thinking we do a weekly Chad joke every week.
The joke of the week?
Okay.
Joke of the week from Chad.
I'll write that down to...
Yeah, take note of that. Let us know if you guys want to hear Chad, do some stand-up here on the show. I think it'd be good. But anyways, we dual stream, right, Josh?
Yes, on YouTube and Facebook. Monitor the comments on both as well. And be sure to like and share this video and hit the subscribe button to get updates when we go live on YouTube. Also be sure to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, and Snapchat.
Here you go. Snapchat. That's a new one, right?
Yeah.
I think we've
letting
had
out.
it. We just haven't
We
plugged
have.
it.
We haven't plugged it. I'm letting it out of the bag today. It's a good day.
There we go. All right.
We got some comments. People are chiming in.
All right.
Of course, we got Terry Howard. Happy Hot Shot Secret Thursday, everyone. Alberto, sorry, he's from saying hello from El Paso, Texas.
All right.
I bet it's warm there too.
I'm
Yeah.
sure it is.
Tyson Franks wants to know where Kyle is. Does he even work anymore? That's questionable. Then Katie's in here, Josh. So you're snapping now.
I'm not snapping. I'm not popular enough. I'm not hip and hop with the kids to be
Hip and hop
snapping.
with them?
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I say that as a guy not that old, but
Right.
but I'm really
Antisocial
not.
social
I'm
guy.
the antisocial guy, as I always say.
That's fair enough. There's a question about Kyle. Kyle does work here. He's just seldomly here. He's always on the road. This week's no different. He's headed to Texas, as a matter of fact. We'll talk about the events coming up here soon, including that event that he's attending in Texas. But as you see on the Chad cam, we have a wall. Our garage wall here is filled with decals. These are our dealers we work with, our partners, influencers, people that we just generally like, or random people who send us things sometimes. But we do, I think, Chad, have some new graphics to put up, new decals.
We do. Our first one is from Chad Myers.
We know Chad.
Chad Myers 73
On YouTube.
on YouTube. So we'll put his sticker up. Even, yeah, if you have a YouTube channel and a sticker, send it to us.
Yeah, Chad's actually been here before. Been in studio and came and toured the place. There it is, Chad Myers 73. And you got another one, right? Who else?
We got Eco Diesel Dynamics, Mooresville, North Carolina. So we'll put
One
them
of our
up here.
dealers down in North Carolina.
Very nice. All right. He's got some real estate. He's got a big sticker, so that's good to have. And speaking of dealers, like I said, a lot of the guys here on the wall are partners of ours. We every week we try to highlight new people that come on board, or maybe even existing dealers. This week's no different. We got a couple, Sacramento, California, and Indiana in the house. We got Sax Valley Diesel out of Sacramento and Hoosier Diesel out of Maryville, Indiana.
Those are some cool logos those guys got
It's
too.
almost like we planned it. You know, the black and red. They kind of match there. But happy to have you guys on board. Hoosier Diesel. That's very appropriate. Out of the Hoosier State.
Yes,
What
it is.
What does that stand? What does that mean? You know, Hoosier.
Well, my Uncle Larry would say it's from Indiana. He says Hoosier's Greek for redneck.
Okay. Is that Uncle Larry?
That is the Uncle Larry.
All right.
That's what he always says. But he's from the Hoosier State, and he says Hoosier is Greek for redneck.
Okay, I will not believe him, but we'll move forward. All right, so anyways, we do have, obviously, all of our dealers and partners there. We also have retail partners, and we do sometimes have specials with them, right?
Right. So now through 8:30, towards the end of the month there, we got Diesel Extreme $3 off at Tractor Supply. So that's our retail special. And then as Jake got up on the screen there, we have our online special going on right now. Ends today, so 10% off all bundles. So whether it be Diesel Extreme, there's EDT 5-packs, there's
We got the Diesel Duo. All kinds of them.
Yeah, exactly. So
And don't we have specific bundles for like Cummins Clean Out and Duramax, like specific?
yep, there's a Duramax one, and then we also have the Power Stroke, bulletproof your Power Stroke.
Yep. All right,
well,
very good. And you said that Tractor Supply, that's $3 off Diesel Extreme now through the end of the month. So the online special is today, is last day.
Yep, get it while it's hot.
Get it while it's hot.
Because it's going back up, and it'll be up.
That's right. And then we always like to shout out our TV airings that we have just about every weekend. You can usually find us on Motor Trend Network. This weekend's no different. Saturday and Sunday, we're going to be with All Girls Garage, and they're going to be covering our two-step on the oil side, Stiction Eliminator and FR3 Friction Reducer.
How appropriate.
How appropriate. Saturday, 11:30 a.m., and then same time on Sunday. Again, that's Motor Trend Network, so stop in and give that a watch. And we are talking Stiction Eliminator today, but they may cover some different things, how it incorporates with FR3. But if you got questions on that, definitely feel free to post those.
Yeah, that brings us into our feature ride of the week. Each and every week, we do a call out on Sunday for you to post your image. Was that earlier this week? Did I swear I seen that on like Wednesday or something, or am I on?
No, it
on
was
something?
Sunday because I
Sunday.
know I participated.
He did, yeah.
And I have a bone to pick with Chad because he did not choose my ride.
I mean, it goes in the mix. I mean, it could be picked, another time.
Because it's random, right?
Oh, very random,
Go,
yes.
Jake, bring that picture back up. I suppose it's random, so I can't gripe too much. But see, that doesn't even have a Hot Shot secret product in the picture. I
Oh, yeah.
staged a product. I
did.
made it look good.
You did, but that's a good looking ride.
That
though,
is,
too.
that's-
and that's actually this week's winner is CJ Dorsey, and that's his nice Ram there he has. And
I tell you, it's a hell of a lot better than the one I posted.
yeah, I was gonna say, a little sharper looking.
Maybe if you picked the Jeep.
Yeah,
That
I
would've
think
been-
I think the ride I posted is worth less than the rims he's got on that truck, but nevertheless, CJ, appreciate you participating there.
Yeah, so all you got to do is when we call out that on Facebook on Sunday, apparently I was wrong. I must have seen something pop up later in the week or something, but on Sunday we'll call about 9 a.m. for your ride. Post it in the comments, and Chad will select one of those as our winner.
Yes, and this next kind of segment, if that's what it's called, that we do, is called Protect Your Ride Image. Maybe this is where I should have submitted my my picture.
Did you tag Hotshot Secret?
No, because I posted it in the comments of a Hotshot post. So I see the difference there. But this is the Protect Your Ride Image. So every week we like to show off somebody with their ride and some Hotshot Secret products. This week's no different. We got Tony Martino 316. What's he got there?
EDT.
Ford Super Duty and
Yep.
EDT. That's a good looking picture. Yeah, very nice. So that's every week we do that. Just doesn't matter when or where. Just comment a picture with one of our products and tag Hotshot Secret, Facebook or Instagram, and then every week we pick a winner and we share that on our page, right?
That's
on our
right.
Facebook page. Yeah, very nice. Appreciate it. Appreciate you, Tony. Thanks for doing that.
Yeah, and of course events, and that's part of the reason why Kyle's not here. He is first off heading down to the last leg of the Hotshot Secret Whole Shot series for the Texas Truck Jam, which is this weekend in Texas at the Texas Motorplex. So it's a huge diesel event that's been going on for years, and it's great that the Whole Shot series is a part of that as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's usually a pretty big event, Texas Truck Jam. We're excited to be. This is our first year there.
Yes.
We've been there, or we haven't been there. We've wanted to go for a couple years now, but we're excited to be there this year, and that's where Kyle's going to be. And we have some other super exciting events coming up.
That's right. This weekend we are the sponsor on Flow Racing for Thunder Valley Raceway Park Outlaw Armageddon #7. So no prep racing there on Flow Racing. So check that out. We're the presenting sponsor of that. And also this weekend is Rewind Part 2, Big 3 Racing. So up at Dragway 42 up in West Salem Mile.
Rewind Part 2.
Yeah.
So we're rewinding a second time. Okay. That made me think of Back to the Future.
Big, yeah.
You guys don't remember the Back to the Future? I'm like, wait a minute, if you're going back to the future, and anyways.
I believe that's bracket racing,
Yeah.
by the way. But-
Okay.
And then following week, I'm busy once again. I will not be here live for sure because I am at the Wood County Fairgrounds for the National Tractor Pulling Championships in Bowling Green, Ohio.
This
the granddaddy of
This
them,
is
of
the
the
granddaddy of
tractor
them all, right?
Yes, I'm really excited about this. Well, not only being there at the event and everything, but also seen our booth spot this year.
Is it a good spot?
Awesome.
Yeah?
We got 40 foot worth of booth.
Very good.
And we're right behind the North Grandstands, dead center. So everyone knows the North Grandstands if they've been there.
I gotta say, anybody that's within driving distance of Ohio, I encourage you to come check this out because you say it's a spectacle. How many thousands of people go to this?
There'll be 60,000 people there Saturday night.
60,000 people, and if you like horsepower, this is the place to go, right?
Yes, you're going to see more horsepower in the unlimited class than you will in the entire NASCAR lineup.
Whew, how about that?
Yeah, there's a lot of horsepower.
So we're excited. This will be our first year there for Hotshot Secret. Josh goes every year. He's a tractor pull guy, but we're excited for that one.
Yeah, we're there Thursday through Saturday. Get all the event information at pulldown.com. Also, the event streams pay-per-view over at ntpa.tv as well. So if you can't get there live, it's a great way to experience the event as well.
And that's in Bowling Green, Ohio. That's how far from us? About an hour and a half?
2 hours.
2 hours
Yeah.
from our headquarters here. So we'll be there for sure. And let's back up a minute before we have some motorsports recap from last weekend. But first, I want to encourage everybody to sign up for our email newsletter. Right, we do it every week, just about.
That's right. We do it at weekly email, usually on Saturday and sometimes throughout the week. But try not to spam you because
No, definitely not.
We don't like to be those people. It's hotshotsecret.com/email to sign up for that e-newsletter, and that's where we post all our blogs, tips, sales going on,
New
just general
products.
information, new products.
Yep.
Be the first to know. And also, we also put a weekly reminder in there for you to sign up for the giveaway.
That's right, because we do it every week, and this week's no different. We're giving away STICTION Eliminator. Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and do that. And by the way, if you want to get a chance to win, you go to hotshotseeker.com/giveaway. It's pretty simple. You just enter there, and then if you happen to watch live and you win, obviously we'll pick you and announce your name, and then you'll get some additional swag. We'll throw in some t-shirts and things like that. So this week's winner is, drum roll, this is Nas Imuse at something or another. Obviously we can't give out their email, but if that's you, comment, you'll get some extra swag. If not, we'll reach out to you and get some products sent out, right?
Right. And we have a question here on YouTube
Okay.
from Jorge. He has a 7.3. He's been doing some research on our products.
Okay.
And what products do we recommend? His truck has 519,000 miles on it.
Okay, so
Wow,
we got
all right.
some mileage racked up on there, that's for sure. So
Good old 7.3.
good old 7.3. So any diesel truck, we'd recommend Diesel Extreme first as a good clean out. So 519,000 miles, you're going to have a lot of stuff in there. So let's run a dose of Diesel Extreme using the bottle recommendation. If you've not been using any other injector cleaner, you might want to run 2 tanks in a row. Wouldn't hurt you.
Yeah.
And then on the oil side, let's get to a fresh oil change, and let's put some STICTION Eliminator in there as well. So STICTION Eliminator was originally developed for the Huey injectors like in your 7.3.
Yep.
And besides cleaning out the injector side of everything, we also are helping with the turbo spool, increased throttle response, and also a lot of protection. So it's just a good way to clean everything up, try to get it back to the original performance level that the engine would have had from new.
Yeah, absolutely. And you should notice if you run both of those in the same time period, I mean, we're talking within less than 1,000 miles, you're going to notice some differences. Like Josh said, better throttle response, just more pickup on when you press the throttle. Maybe some less smoke. I don't know if you're having any smoke issues, but just a smoother running engine in general. If you into performance and you monitor anything like that, you should notice something there. Fuel economy, if you pull loads, trailers, things like that, you should notice a little bit easier to do that as well. So that's kind of the go-to, the 2-step initials on the oil and the fuel side. STICTION Eliminator and Diesel Extreme.
Yeah, get over to the website, order the Diesel Duo right now because it's 10% off that bundle, which has 2 quarts of each, which you need 2 quarts of STICTION for your Power Stroke to do the initial clean out dosage, and then you'll have a couple tank loads for Diesel Extreme as well to do some deep cleans.
Yeah, and we do 100% money back guarantee. So if you're not happy for whatever reason, just let us know. It's no questions asked. We'll get you your money back. And a question, maybe I can curb a question. If you decide to go with our STICTION Eliminator and give it a shot on the next oil change, like Josh said, you'll need this entire 2-quart bottle. And you'll need to leave 2 quarts of oil out. So whatever your capacity is, it's probably about 15 quarts
15
or so.
quarts, so yeah.
Do 13 quarts of oil and 2 quarts of the STICTION Eliminator, and you'll be good to go.
Absolutely. And the other thing with that is you can run the EDT, the everyday diesel treatment as well, on tanks where you're not using Diesel Extreme. So it's got a little bit of injector cleaner in it, so a maintenance dose to keep them clean. But we're also improving cetane once again, moisture dispersant, rust and corrosion inhibitor, a little bit of fuel stabilizer, and the other thing is lubricity, which that truck was made before the ultra low sulfur diesel.
Good point.
And so we need that extra protection and lubricity to help maintain those pumps and injectors so we don't ruin those due to lack of lubricity.
Yeah, absolutely. If you got any questions on that, any more questions, let us know.
Also, we have Nick Caputo checking in.
What's up, Nick?
Hey, Nick.
Then our friend Richard is back in from last week from PA. 95 and sunny, heat index 100.
All right, so this is Richard. He was from a weird town, right?
Tough and he put tough PA. So
Okay.
but that was that one that. Do you remember? I don't remember what it was. It
Well,
was
I don't know. I don't remember the name, but it spurred from a Steelers conversation.
Yeah, which-
we got tonight Steelers versus
Philadelphia.
Eagles.
Yeah, and he's actually from
Closer to Philly.
Like 20 miles south of Philly.
South of
I think
Philly,
he said.
yes.
Yep, if I remember. Yeah,
So good old Steagles game tonight.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Then Richard He does have, he says he loves his diesel Extreme.
Very
He
good.
had a 05 Ram sitting for 3 years. He started up and had injector problems. He dumped diesel Extreme in the tank. In about 30 minutes of running it, the misfire went away. So
Very good. All right, those are kind of stories we like to hear.
Exactly.
then,
Actually reminds me of a comment we had on Facebook question. Someone similar had a truck sitting for a while and said couldn't get the diesel out the drain if they
Right.
wanted to, but couldn't make it out, and so we recommended Diesel Extreme, and haven't heard back on that, but I'm sure the same
Yeah.
result as well.
of course, Toot is checking in from
Toot.
Columbus.
Here we are.
Then Jake's favorite guy, Roger Puffenberger.
Puffenberger. All right.
He said add a gallon of Shift Restore to the bundle sale.
Well, there's some
Oh,
shift
yeah.
restore in some of those bundles. Not a gallon, but maybe
Right.
you can tag it up with some other things that gets it a little bit cheaper than the gallon
I gotta
price.
say, Shift Restore is probably one of my favorite products. Just because we get such good reviews on that, and if you're having transmission issues and it fixes your problem, you're gonna be over the moon, man. I mean, you're talking thousands of dollars it could save you. So I just like we hear a lot of hero stories about that product. So just a quick plug on Shift Restore. That's a good product there. So back to let's go back to motorsports for a minute, Josh. We're gonna last weekend we were in Colorado, right? We were at Bandimere Raceway.
Yep, Diesel on the Mountains, and Kyle was there, part of the Hot Shot Whole Shot series, and got some winners from that event. So, in the Pro Mod was Mike Skinner. He won with his Pro Mod truck. I think we got photos. Jake,
Maybe. What did he do? He
I'm
ran
pressuring him. I'm making him run fast fingers over there. There we go. He ran a 5.351 in the Pro Mod. I actually was talking with Kyle yesterday on my way out the door. He says, yeah, he's been trying to dial this thing in for a couple years now. So, but this was the first good solid pass
Yeah.
he's made. So that's good to hear that got another Pro Mod in the works coming out to, grow that
That's
class as
exciting.
well.
Definitely.
And then the Pro Street, we have Steele Marlock, and he ran a 7.562 in his win. And the 670 was William Dosop with a 7.014. And then the 770 was Spencer Schutte with a 7.7. And ET was Clay Stevenson running a 732.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was an exciting weekend. We're excited to be out there. Like you said, part of the Whole Shot, Hot Shots Whole Shot series, drag series,
And we'll look forward to that growing next year as well. I think that's just we're just getting that started and going. And of course, COVID, I'm sure, is
Yeah.
putting somewhat of a hamper on some of this stuff right now. But hopefully, we're back to real normal next year, and we can see a couple more events and get people out and
absolutely.
attending these as well.
I also have a note here. We talked about the upcoming NTPA event here in Bowling Green. Says you got a standings update?
Yeah, I guess Chad thought I should pull up the old point series thing. A lot of these guys, this is basically
Look at this.
that's the schedule.
Can you guys see that? No, you're good.
You're good.
Just the scale of how many events. Sorry, anyway.
Yeah,
Josh.
no, well,
Josh knows them all, so I don't even really need to print that off.
Yeah.
He probably
It
knows
is-
the point
all right.
standings off
it
the top
is
of his
kind
head.
of funny. Like my life always used to go like by what event was coming up the next week.
Yeah.
So like I'd know like, well, how do you?
So you
someone
want to
would
think
be like,
of it as it's not August 14th or
It's-
whatever. It's a week from Bowling Green.
It's a week from Bowling Green,
Yeah.
or we're in Napoleon the week before Bowling Green, which is true again. So a lot of the events are they do stay on the schedule year after year after year, stay in the same spot typically. Some fairs and stuff will fluctuate a week or two, depending on the calendar. So actually, this Saturday they're in Napoleon, Ohio. We got Grand National Minis, Pro Stocks, and Super Stock diesel tractors, along with Regional 2 and 4-wheel drive trucks. So a lot of those guys will leave Saturday night from Napoleon and head straight to Bowling Green, which is only about 25 minutes east of Napoleon in
Very
Northwest
cool.
Ohio.
All right.
There's regional action also in Norwalk, Wisconsin on Saturday. Sunday in Zanesville, Ohio, so not too far away from us
Yep.
here. regional action, and then Monday in Bering Springs, Michigan, as well for a regional show.
Very good.
And then obviously Bowling Green on Thursday night at 7:30, noon and 7 on Friday, and Saturday at noon and 6:30 p.m. Like I said, full schedule at ntpapoll.com.
Do they keep? I mean, obviously every event there's a winner or multiple winners, but they keep points running throughout the season, right?
Yeah, that was like the points race that we were talking about. So Chad pulled off the Grand National points, and so you got
there's a bunch of
15, 20 people. Well, there's 13 Grand National divisions.
Jeez.
So 13 different classes you can run in. Your vehicle has to fit it, obviously.
Sure, yeah.
But, and then you could have, this one of the things got like 30 people vying for
Josh,
points.
what would you, if you could build a tractor to participate in TPA
geez.
today, what would it be?
It'd be a super stock diesel.
Which, now explain to me the super stocks.
So that's
Are these like the
multiple
four
turbo-
engines? And
No, this is a big diesel tractor. So
Okay.
this is your tractor-looking tractor. Everything's going to be bigger on it.
Tractor looking tractor, remember that. Okay. No, that helps me. I get it.
Yeah, so
Looks closest to a tractor.
look closest to a tractor. There's nothing tractor about it besides the block.
Sure, yeah.
Well, besides the crank that fits into the block, because even the blocks now are poured blocks or billet blocks as well, coming into the sport more and more. So we're capped, I want to say, at, I forget where that cubic inch limit is, but it's well over 500 cubic inch. I think it's 540. So a lot of those start out as 466 blocks.
Yeah.
So we know, like, we think of the semi trucks and stuff, or not really semi trucks, but the medium duty trucks. A lot of you and the school buses had the DT 466E in it, the international engine. A lot of the tractors, the international ones, start out with that, and also Deere had a 466 block as well, which is common in a lot of the tractors. So that's where the block size start out with, and then we add a deck plate on top for rigidity, but also give us extra room to make
You guys
more
see, he went
displacement.
way past to answer the question. He went way beyond that. I think just because he enjoys talking about it so much, but no,
I'm
that's,
hyped
that's
up.
great stuff.
No, but a super stock tractor, diesel tractor, is multi-turbocharger,
Okay.
pretty big cubic inch, and you got the big 30.5 tires, the wide tires on it. So you're making excess of 4,000 horsepower plus.
Wow.
I think someone could be doing more than that possibly in that class.
And you would jump right in that driver's seat, no problem. And
Oh, I'd do that in a heartbeat over some of the other stuff.
yeah,
But I would drive a Mini now, and
Okay.
that was the one that Chad got that startup video.
oh
It looked
yeah,
pretty.
that looks a little sketchy to me. But
Back when I first started a dozen years ago, those were wild rides. Like, they took some wild rides, and they really got the chassis technology dialed
Kinda
in on those.
okay.
So now they get some wild rides, but I'd be more willing to try it. Like,
yeah, well, speak for yourself because I would not.
It's better than. So I went down this rabbit hole of YouTube videos the other day, and I was watching. I forget the guy's name, but it was like a Hall of Famer that was inducted. And they had like old highlights of him, and it was like just one of us hopping on a tractor with no safety gear at all, like
Yeah, no way, no
just
thanks.
jumping on. Like
You
it
oughta-
went. It went. I mean, yeah.
You need to find the one where the guy's sitting on the front of the tractor. He had the engines behind him.
Oh,
He had a 5-engine tractor back in the late 70s, early 80s, somewhere in there. And he would sit on the front to put the weight out front.
Ooh.
And then the engines behind him, stacked up behind him.
yeah, not sketchy at all.
Yeah.
No problem. Well, all right, so we know what you would build. In the meantime, we know, if you guys watch the show, you should know the name Dan Zelton. He's a good friend of ours here. He's actually participates in ODSS. He's got a 5.9 truck. I think Jake's got a short video of him we want to queue up.
Dan Zelton from Ewart, Wisconsin. We drive a 07 GMC Duramax with a SoCal 7/1 stroke.
Okay. So 7-1 stroker. What kind of trans rear? What's the setup on
It's a
thing?
4R100 from Brian's Truck Shop. Been flawless so far for us. Stock drivetrain other than that.
Nice.
We're running 590. Very competitive class. A lot of fast guys out here. We're running a little fast this weekend, but slowing her down, getting it figured out.
What's been the biggest challenge this weekend?
The air. The air has been very inconsistent. Last night and today, it's real hard to judge the air.
And that's super important when we're trying to run 590. Yeah.
And it's a tight class. These guys got their stuff out.
Now, we were just talking earlier, you do 590, but you do other types of racing as well. What else do you do?
Absolutely. If there's money involved, we'll run no prep, street racing, whatever we can run this thing in. We like turning it up and going fast.
Nice. So how did you get involved with drag racing a diesel truck?
Started watching NHRDA. We ran that for 6 or 7 years, and then got involved with these guys that used to be my toe pig. Slipped the transmission once, built the transmission, then it got compounds, bigger injectors, and it just compounded from there.
Oh. So did you race like gas before, or just...
We've run snowmobiles, motorcycles, stuff like that. We've never done vehicles until this.
Okay.
And we love the different. And this is as different as it comes in northern Wisconsin.
Right.
Nobody runs diesels. Everybody thinks they're slow and don't go anywhere. And we're proving them wrong.
Proving them wrong.
All right, there he is. That was Dan Zelton. That's a labor of love there. He's had issues with that truck, or has been building that truck, and it's good to see him out there on the racetrack.
Yeah, and be sure to check out the full video.
Yep.
Friday, it drops on YouTube and Facebook Friday evening, usually.
Yep.
Yep. So we have some questions here on YouTube. Brett DeWall, is the STICTION eliminator for the diesel engine the same one you use for the gas engine?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Easy
absolutely.
one there.
It's good for either one.
Then our friend Jorge chimed back in. Can I use EDT with Diesel Extreme at the same time?
Good question.
Mm-hmm.
You can, but you don't need to, right, Josh?
Right, that's absolutely right. So those two are pretty similar to each other, so you're just kind of wasting your money if you're using them at the same time. So use your Diesel Extreme, and then don't be worried about if you're at like quarter tank, you go to refill, and you want to put EDT in with it. There's no worries there, but you just don't need a double treat, the fuel with the two different
the best way
products.
I try to explain it is a lot of the benefits you're going to get are the same in each one. We're talking the cetane, lubricity, etc. The biggest difference between the two is going to be the amount of injector cleaner. Think of it as Diesel Extreme, which, like we mentioned, you should run first. Like going to the dentist, getting a real deep clean EDT, it's going to maintain that cleanliness. So that's the biggest difference is detergency. Beyond that, you're going to get a lot of the same benefits. So absolutely, you can, but like Josh said, you don't need to run them at the same time.
We try to save you money if possible.
Yeah, right. All right, so I got a shameless plug here. One of our products, FR3, is up for an award. It's the Motor Top 20 Awards. I think they do this every single year. This is the first year we've entered, and we have been nominated. So if you head over to motor.com/top20awards, or just give that a Google, you can find it. It's real simple.
It's actually right on their homepage, too. There's a banner that pops up for the top 20 awards if you go to motor.com.
There you go. It's real simple. You scroll through the list of all the different products, and you'll find a picture of FR3. Just click on it. Your vote will be cast, and you can vote every day. So we would appreciate your support. Go give us some love there, and show FR3 your appreciation.
Yeah, because we want to let other people know how great FR3 is as well.
That's right. And speaking of FR3, I think that's kind of a segue. We always pitch on the oil side our products as a two-step. Run STICTION eliminator first, and then on the next couple oil changes, add FR3 friction eliminator or Friction reducer.
Reduce. You call
Well,
it what a lot of people call it,
yeah,
friction
right?
eliminator. I'm like, what product are you talking about?
Well, I'm trying to talk STICTION eliminator because today's topic we're going to talk about Blowby a little bit. So, Josh, just top level, explain to me what exactly what's Blowby?
So Blowby is during the combustion process, either gas or diesel. It's the leakage of those gases above the top of the piston, leaking through the rings down into the crankcase and causing pressure that goes into the crankcase, and then we either see it on a breather tube or some other place in the system as well on the backside.
So if you're saying getting past the rings,
Yep.
right? Why would that happen in the first
Well,
place?
there's going to always be some leakage. We don't get 100% seal between the rings and the cylinder wall inside an engine. But what can become an issue is when we get excessive leakage and Blowby, and that is it's what happens, and it creates unburned fuel in the oil, so we're contaminating our oil in the engine.
Okay.
That's helping, so we're losing some of the lubricity properties and making, that oil's not going to last as long in the engine. So excessive Blowby can be caused by turbochargers, because that's putting excess pressure in the engine as well, so that's also an additional source. But we just want to help monitor Blowby. You can actually do some Blowby testing as well. There's some tools out there. They put pressure into the engine, and there's some tools to test the percentage of leak through.
Gotcha. I know there's kind of like a homemade test I've seen before, because like you said, everyone's going to have a little bit of Blowby, but I don't know if you've ever done this, or maybe you guys have heard of this too, but you take the oil fill cap off and you flip it upside down and you put it right there on the entryway, and if it blows off, that's like a sure sign of excessive Blowby, right?
That's usually a good way to check on like a used vehicle. If
Yeah.
you're checking out a vehicle to say, hey, is this something this engine in decent shape? And a lot of people, like you say, do that. It's kind of like the garage driveway
quick,
test,
simple, yeah.
quick, simple test. Also, a lot of people sometimes can see it come out of the. If you take the cap off completely and run the engine, you can see it, and that's a sign as well as some excessive Blowby.
Gotcha. Okay, so you mentioned a couple things, but what are just if I got Blowby, what are some of the issues I'm going to see? What's that gonna? How does that relate to what I feel when I'm driving? Or maybe I can't even feel it, right?
I don't
Maybe
think you're
it's
really
something
going to feel it, but it's more, so in our Huey systems, like the Power Stroke engines, those early Power Stroke engines, sometimes we would see that going through the injectors themselves, getting some Blowby through, causing that. But common, you might have cracking piston rings, or just a lot of different things that.
I mean, it could affect your turbo, EGR.
Yeah, just a lot of things that aren't real cheap to fix. So you just want to monitor Blowby and see if you have an issue. If you do, then a good fix to that is STICTION eliminator. And part of the reason why that actually works is we're cleaning off the sludge and the varnish in the engine on the cylinder walls and the piston rings themselves. Plus, we've found that we're helped to lubricate those seals in the piston rings, and it gives a tighter, more closer seal to the piston walls, which is going to, just cut down that Blowby.
Now I know FR3, we've seen it can help swell some of those seals. Are we going to see the same thing with STICTION eliminator?
We are a little bit, but probably not to the same extent. But again, it's still got some of those high-end Group 5 esters in there as well. That's going to do that.
Okay, and so let's not forget, if you're having excessive Blowby, some of the kind of general easy stuff to notice is power loss, maybe poor fuel economy, things like that, right?
Yeah, and you also might notice it when you go to change your oil. If you see fuel laying on top of your oil, there's a good possibility you got a Blowby issue or some other sort of issue, and that's a good, for the home mechanic, when you change your oil, you should really take a look at it and see if you can see if you're seeing shiny parts, and that's a problem. If can see fuel if it smells like, if it's a diesel and it can smell the diesel fuel through the oil.
Yeah.
It could have an issue, and that's kind
bad news,
of
right?
bad news. Yeah. Because of the fuel in the oil can't lubricate properly to prevent wear.
Right. So let me ask this: if I don't know if this correlates or not, but if I'm losing oil, right? I'm eating oil, and maybe I'm a quart low every, I don't know, 3-4 weeks. Would that be any indication of blow-by, or is that not related?
Not really related to blow-by. It's an oil consumption issue.
Okay.
So, because your oil is actually on the other side of the ring. So, at the top end of the engine, where we're getting the blow-by from, is where the gas or the fuel's coming in. So, if it's gas or diesel coming in on top of the piston, burning, driving that piston down to make the power.
Right.
The blow-by is coming past the rings on the piston into the crankcase where your oil's at.
I got you. Okay.
Now, if you have excessive force, it could be blowing some past the breather tube and out, but that would be an extreme case of blow-by.
Pretty intense.
Now, we
Okay.
see that on like high-performance engine, like a pulling engine. If you ever seen it, looks like green snot at the end of the track, at the end of their run, that's actually coming out of the crankcase breather valves, usually onto hoses, and it lays on the track, and you'll see a lot of it's usually greenish color. It looks like just because of the oil contents.
Right.
High zinc oil technically has a little green look to it.
So you're saying add Stiction Eliminator. It's going to help with blow-by. It's going to clean some of that out and lubricate, which is all going to help, right?
Right.
Say I do that, and I don't want the issue to come back, or I want to limit that from being such an issue, right? Is there anything I can do as far as my oil is concerned?
Well, always run a good quality oil. So, even our Green Diamond's a really good Group 3 oil. We either have the semi-synthetic's got a little bit of Group 2 in it, or a full synthetic, or jump up to our Group 4 PAO, which is the Blue Diamond or Black Diamond line. And, just run a high quality oil like that's going to help, make sure that you're not building up that sludge to begin with.
Right, because that's part of the problem.
That's part of the problem is the oil breakdown. It's causing that issue.
So if you're running a higher quality oil, in theory, you're going to have lower operating temperatures. It's not going to break down, so you're going to be preventing all that.
Correct. And then like a Group 4 PAO, like the Blue Diamond, doesn't shear, and that's where a lot of that cooked on varnish comes from, is from the actual shearing of the oil as it breaks down over time.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, makes sense to me. I'm trying to think of some more questions that people may have, and I don't really have any. Is there any other common questions we get, surrounding blow-by, or maybe in pertaining to our
just the
products?
main thing is, how do I got blow-by, what can I do? Well, one thing you can do is definitely run Stiction Eliminator to help prevent it. You can also run Stiction Eliminator or the FR3. Both are going to help with the sludge buildup and preventing that from happening.
Is there anything, say I do a blow-by, excessive blow-by, and I run Stiction Eliminator, and it doesn't fix the problem. Is there anything outside of lubrication, mechanically, that could cause?
Well, absolutely. So, like I said, we could have those cracked rings.
Oh, right.
So it could be a mechanical issue. So if you're not seeing any immediate change with Stiction Eliminator, you're probably more of a mechanical issue, and it's just not going to be something that we can fix with a lubricant.
And I'll say we understand that type of stuff. That's why we offer a money-back guarantee, right? So if it doesn't work...
It is. It's exactly why we have that money-back guarantee. We know that some cases a lubricant cannot fix the issue you have. It could be mechanical, electrical, whatever it might be, maybe just outside the control of what we can put a big enough influence on, too, from a lubrication standpoint.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we try to go quick through some of these topics like this. If you guys have other suggestions of whether it's product related or not, things that you'd like us to talk about or dive into, certainly let us know that. But in the meantime, I don't have anything else for you. Looks like.
And I will say I know they posted in the comments also the link to the full blog. So if you want a full understanding of it, more than the top level overview I was trying to give, and maybe I didn't explain some of it very well, you can always catch up the blog there. We go through that with a fine-tooth comb, make sure it's correct from a lot of different standpoints, scientifically, mechanical, and also kind of the theory behind some of these different things we're talking about.
Right. Yeah, we try to just do a high level here, and then obviously answer any questions that we might get. But if you're still with us, I ask you give us a quick like, give us a share, and then, like I mentioned, if you have ideas for other topics, get a hold of us. You can email us. You can comment on a post. Let us know what you're
Direct
thinking.
message, any of the social
Yeah.
media accounts. We see all that stuff and try to respond to everything that we get through.
That's it.
I actually got a quick comment from Terry Howard, I see.
What's up, Terry?
Yeah, STICTION Eliminator is one of my favorite products. Over the years, I've watched it help and save so many cars, trucks, and even mowers. That's why it's a big deal whenever I share the possibilities, even with the old classics, because it surely does work.
There you go.
All
We
right.
appreciate you, Terry.
Yeah.
Thanks for chiming in. Again, please give us a like, follow our Facebook page if you don't already, and share this video. Otherwise, we hope everybody has a great weekend, and we'll see you same time next week, 1:30 on Thursday.
That's right.